Live from the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's the Artist Show with your host, Rocky Red Panda. This week's special guest, Clockwork Crimson. And Artist of the Week, Niko Larkin.
Welcome to the Artist Show. I am your host, Rocky Red Panda. Happy Easter, as this is Easter weekend. For those of you who do not celebrate Easter and are Jewish, happy Passover. It is also April Fool's weekend. How often does Easter fall on April 1st? I wonder. Well, have you looked outside your window lately? It's spring, April Fools. Just kidding. It's still winter. Damn you, Puxatawny Phil. 6 weeks more of winter, my ass. Fun is trying to warm up, but it's also still cold outside. How cold is it, you ask? Well, Lady Liberty put her torch inside her dress. It is still so cold that trees are chopping themselves into firewood. It is also still so cold that cops are tasing themselves to stay warm. Sonic screwdriver. Let's go ahead and do it. Sorry about that. Never play with a doctor's sonic screwdriver. Bad for your health. But enough about the weather and holidays. It's time to jump into This Week in the News. Here is this week's headlines. Facebook and Analytica scandal. The Roseanne Show returns to television. This week in our weird news story. And hashtag never again. Let's jump right into this whole Facebook Analytica scandal thing that you probably have seen all over the news. Analytica, a firm out of the UK, stole information of millions of users from Facebook, aka had access to millions of user information on Facebook without the knowledge of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, prompting the new movement, hashtag delete Facebook. Cher and, of course, Elon Musk delete their Facebook pages, and now it looks like Bill Murray as well. I have one thing to say to this. Tom, come back! We need you! That is speaking to how old I am and to my generation growing up. MySpace, you'll always have a place in my heart. The Roseanne Show has returned to TV after taking a long 21-year break. When it last aired, Dan died of cancer. Surprise! Spoiler alert! He's not dead. It was just a CPAP mask on his face. Roseanne, I am your husband, Dan. Speaking of comebacks, TLC's hit show Trading Spaces is returning this April. I didn't know we missed you that much, but they promised that Ty will be shirtless, showing his man pecs more often. Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? Whew. It makes you think of other shows that could make a comeback, especially like The Crocodile Hunter, for instance. If it did make a comeback, it would go something like this. Hello, mates. My name is Steve Aaron, and I'm the Crocodile Hunter, and I'm back from the living dead, hunting for the vicious man-eating ant. Blimey, it just bit my arm off. Danger, danger, danger. Crikey, mates. Or maybe he'll just hunt for that stingray. No. Bad. We're not going to get there. Here is this week's weird news story. A woman in the UK turns her placenta into a shake. Let me leave it there for a moment so you can fully take in what I just read you, because evidently I am still trying to figure this one out myself. Evidently, it is all the craze going on right now, as it has a lot of health benefits. Well, yeah, right. No thanks. Not for me. Waiter, check please. But let me finish out the headline for you. And maybe this will make it better? I don't think so. But let's see here. Woman in the UK turns her placenta into a shake and shares it with her family. Why? That just makes it sound much worse. Who's writing these? Well, let's continue on, I guess. Evidently, a woman in the UK, as the story has been getting national headlines, took the placenta shake thing a step further by having her mom, husband, and son partake in the drinking of the shakes for health benefits and the pure bliss of the afterbirth. I'm feeling very uneasy about this story. I will let it hang there for a moment while you ponder this. Good God. Ugh. 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 I need to hire better script writers. God. Well, I guess if she were a comedian, the shake would have tasted funny. Seriously? And the best time to drink the shakes would be on Fridays. Maybe the family should have just stuck to vegetables. Then again, they are too hard to get out of the wheelchairs. Oh. God. I'm going to hell. That was horrible. Horrible. But continue on. And lastly, we have the hashtag Never Again movement that struck a chord with students all over, marking for stronger gun reforms on the 24th of March. I have a clip of the march in Washington that I will now play for you, the viewers, to get an idea of what the day was about through the words of one of Parkland survivors.
The cold grasp of corruption shackles the District of Columbia. The winter is over. Change is here. The sun shines on a new day, and the day is ours. For the first-time voters show up 18% of the time at midterm elections. Not anymore. Now, who here is going to vote in the 2018 election? If you listen real close, you can hear the people in power shaking. They've gotten used to being protective of their position, choosing the safety of inaction. Inaction is no longer safe, and to that we say, no more. 96 people die every day from guns in our country, yet most representatives have no public stance on guns. And to that, we say, no more. We are going to make this the voting issue. We're going to take this to every election, to every state and every city. We're going to make sure the best people get in our elections to run, not as politicians, but as Americans. Because this is not cutting it. When people try to suppress your vote, and there are people who stand against you because you're too young, we say no more. When politicians say that your voice doesn't matter because the NRA owns them, we say no more. When politicians send their thoughts and prayers with no action, we say no more. And to those politicians supported by the NRA that allow the continued slaughter of our children and our future, I say, get your resumes ready. Today is the beginning of spring, and tomorrow is the beginning of democracy. Now is the time to come together, not as Democrats, not as Republicans, but as Americans. Americans of the same flesh and blood that care about one thing and one thing only, and that's the future of this country and the children that are going to lead it. Now, they will try to separate us in demographics. They will try to separate us by religion, race, congressional district, and class. They will fail. We will come together. We will get rid of these public servants that only serve the gun lobby. And we will save lives. You are those heroes. Lastly, let's put the USA over the NRA. This is the start of the spring and the blossoming of our democracy. So let's take this to our local legislators, and let's take this to midterm elections, because without the persistent heat, without the persistence of voters and Americans everywhere getting out to every election, democracy will not flourish, but it can and it will. So I say to those politicians that say change will not come, I say we will not stop until every man, every woman, every child, and every American can live without fear of gun violence. And to that I say, no more. Thank you. I love you all. God bless all of you, and God bless America. We can and we will change the world.
Now here is where I get serious for a moment. You're going to have many people on both sides of the spectrum who are for and against gun control. But no matter how you look at the statistics, America has the highest rating in gun violence, school shootings, mass shootings, and gun-related crimes per capita. I think enough is enough, and it's time something is done about it. I am with the Parkland students and survivors in saying, hello, politicians. Remember that 2008 election is coming up, and we can vote you out. It feels like every other week there is another school shooting, mass shooting, or gun violence. The politicians are claiming this is because they have a mental disability and they are acting out on these violent stunts. Well, that's not always the case. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Right. It's the guns in the hands of the people that kill people. Don't always put the blame on the victim. In the wake of the March for Our Lives, which again was last Saturday, conservatives attacked the survivors by telling them they need to learn CPR instead of protesting against better gun laws. One Parkland survivor responded by saying CPR won't save someone that was shot in the head with an AR-15 rifle. They are dead instantly. In the wake of all of this protesting, YouTube has decided to ban all videos on guns. The gun users have since moved to Pornhub. Oh yeah, like RedTube and Pornhub, XTube, all that good stuff. Yeah, the only joke I'll make on this topic, nothing like getting off to the sound of gunfire. Oh baby, clock my pistol for me and make sure it's clean. I want to be locked and loaded for when I fire my rounds. I love you, honey. Oh. Is this movement going to go away? The answer is no. The Parkland survivors will not go away until stricter gun reform is given. If not, we will vote you out and we will replace you. But wait, you're thinking, oh, you're just one of them democratic liberals who want to take away our adult toys. You never experienced gun violence. But yet, I have. I know what gun violence is like. In 2008, I lived in Center City, Philadelphia. It was Broad and Chestnut. I was attending a school there. I was about to head to one of my classes by leaving my dorm when I heard a loud bang, boom. I looked outside and someone was shot point blank dead right in front of our dorm building's entrance. Since then, I have been for what I call stricter gun control. They caught the person who shot the gun. He was only 17, and the person he shot was a homeless man who did nothing wrong. An innocent life was wasted. There is a group that I support called Giffords. It used to be called Americans for Responsible Solutions and changed their name after the incident that happened in Arizona. And it's ran by Gabby Gifford and her husband. You can visit and donate to help change how we think about gun laws in America by visiting giffords.org. Now, remember, if you don't like what you are seeing, you have the right to change it. All right, we have a great show for you this week. We have the host of Clockwork Crimson on the show tonight, Mr. Crimson, to talk about retro gaming and his YouTube channel. And again, congratulations to him for getting his first sponsor. Later on, we will be playing a video game challenge that we have set up and see who is the best person in gaming, especially retro. But it is that time again, folks. Time for what we call the Artist of the Week. On this week's featured artist is Niko Larkin. Niko Larkin is one of those unique artists in the fandom. He does art because he has always loved doing art, and he has a big love for the community. The only payment he wants is a little recognition and for the world to enjoy his art. His art is just a hobby, not a full-time job. I understand what you're saying because that's how I feel about my work. You do not want to burn yourself out too quickly. I've been down that road way too many times. His art style is absolutely amazing. He uses a technique that I use myself with the thick, bold black lines and the straight colors with no shading. That is a technique commonly used in the pop art movement of the 50s and 60s. Each work of art he does is created with love and care. That is the Niko Larkin way. If you wish to learn more about this week's featured artist, Niko Larkin, you can check out his work and maybe get a commission. You can visit him on his FA page, or as we call it, Fur Affinity page in the fandom at StoneFoxNick. If you wish to be a featured artist on the show, though, you can send an email to the artist show at pandadigital85@gmail.com. Again, pandadigital85@gmail.com. Well, folks, it's supposed to be springtime, and springtime should be in the air. Damn you, old man winter. Which also means spring cleaning and a good time to go thrift store shopping. So I included a segment which I call Thrift Store Finds. So this segment we call Thrift Store Finds talks about, well, it's spring, and spring's a good time to go to any thrift store, whether it be Goodwill, Salvation Army, or you name it. Now for us, or I should say for me, around my area, the best time to go is on Wednesdays. Why Wednesdays? Well, Wednesdays is 50% off day at Community Aid in both Camp Hill and in Hanover, Pennsylvania. It's also 50% off everything at all clothes items, I should say, at the Salvation Army. And you have 50% off everything at the Goodwill stores in my area, which is pretty cool. And you also look for those little tags saying you get 25 or half off, whatever these color tags are, which are pretty awesome. But when you go to thrift stores, you have to also remember that Wednesdays in my area are when we do restocking, and you bring in all of the new stuff that people have donated. And you can find a lot of cool stuff at thrift stores. Now I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that I have found recently at some of my local thrift stores. Maybe this will get you into the thrift store spirit. But let's go ahead and let's start with this little bag. This little bag here, it's pretty cool. I found this bag at a thrift shop a few weeks ago. I believe it was the Salvation Army in my area. This is from the 90s. It is vinyl. And this was like a kid's, what you call a gym bag or something. But as you can see here, it is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Now, of course, for older adults like us, the good thing about this bag is we can actually use it as a side partial. I'm going to stand up here. We can take it with us wherever we go. And then we can put little things in here. It's a good piece of retro, vintage clothing accessories. And of course, you can find other cool stuff. I found some books, especially this one. This one I found at the Goodwill near my house in Chambersburg. It's called Pittsburgh Then and Now by Walter C. Kinney. Mind all of the stains. It came like that. But this is an awesome book. It gives you photographs from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is pretty awesome. Now, let me see if I can find the date on this book here for you. Published in 2004. Give you an example of Pittsburgh Then and Now. Let's start here. Look at this photo. Then and Now. This is a view from 1893. Shows Ross Street between the concourse and the jail within the bridge. And over here it shows what it looks like in modern time. This is an awesome book to add to your collection, especially since this show is based in not Philadelphia. What am I saying? Based in the city of Pittsburgh. And of course you can find a few other things. Mind. I'm just going to grab a few things here. We'll start with a few books. Like this one. This was found at Goodwill. My dad actually found this. This is a book called National Bestsellers by Lama Sarai Das. 8 Steps to Enlightenment. Awakening the Buddha Within. I have yet to read this yet because I have a lot of books to read on my reader's list, but that was a good find, especially for someone who's Buddhism. Now, the best find of all, I'm going to save you for last, is my favorite artist, Art Spiegelman. Now, you probably know Art Spiegelman from his famous books. Well, I found both of them at a Goodwill down in Westminster. We'll start with number 1, Moss, number 1, and Moss, number 2. This is a find indeed, because I got these for like less than a few dollars. They're worth about $15.95 each, brand new. Now, the cool thing about Moss by Art Spiegelman is Holocaust survivor. He draws his stories through a comic book using cats as the Nazis and mice as the Jewish. I think that is pretty awesome. But we're not going to stop there with Art Spiegel, because out of the curiosity, I found this. Art Spiegel, Open Me, I'm a Dog. I found this also at Goodwill. It's a pretty cool book, and it's like a little child's book. And look at that, pop-up. I think it's cool. But the only bad thing is you look here in the spine, it is a little ripped and torn. And it will bring down, if you're collecting these for value, will bring down the value of the book itself. And then one of my favorites is, I found this bad boy. I think I paid $25 for it. This was not at a Goodwill, but it was at a thrift bookstore called Commonwealth Books out of Boston, Massachusetts. And this was like a used bookstore, but it's still spring cleaning, people turning used books. This is a Mask of Mercy by Robert Frost. And believe it or not, this is a first edition copy. That is so cool. I think I paid like $25 for it. But still, this is an awesome book. I'm a big fan of Robert Frost, so to find this, it's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to do a little plug and play promotion for this bookstore. The bookstore I got this at was called Commonwealth Books. As you can see there, Commonwealth Books. Now, if you're interested in checking out Commonwealth Books, you can visit them at commonwealthbooks.com. They're open 7 days a week. They're located on 9 Spring Lane, Boston, Massachusetts, 02109 at Washington Street, downtown Exing. So if you're looking for cool used books, I would suggest going to Commonwealth Books. And then last but not least, you can find DVDs. Oh, what are DVDs? And Blu-ray. Do people still collect those things? Of course they do. I just pulled out a few from a load of my collection that I found. And I'm going to go ahead and show it to you because if you're lucky enough, you can find some of these too. And get a good deal, especially this, The Avatar, Book 3 and Book 2. Now these normally go for sale for about $20 to $30 brand new. I paid both of these $8 for both of these complete seasons on DVD. That is a steal. And not just The Avatar. For $5, I found The Office, the British version of The Office, the complete first season on DVD. This is cool. If you're a fan of the American, check out the British version. And then last but not least, why they would have this at a Goodwill, who knows, but I'd never seen this series before, but I got it because it looked cool. And people have been telling me about it, and I'm like, now I have to really watch it. This is an unopened, complete series of Yamata's First Time. On Blu-ray, still packaged, brand new. I paid $12 for it. This brand new Blu-ray costs about $30, which is not bad. I got this at Goodwill down in Westminster, Maryland. Now, the story with Yamata is she wants to have sex with 100 men before she graduates high school. And the story and the funniness that entails in between. Yeah, so that's Yamata's first time. But lucky enough to find these at Goodwill, thrift stores, Salvation Armies. That is a pretty cool find. Now, for those that are looking to go again to thrift stores and check out things, what you need to do, as I recommend, check your local thrift stores and find out when they have their sales, when their 50% off is every week. Know their hours, know when they get in their new stock every week, and make sure you go there and check out what they have on the days to get the new stock. What you do is you do a hunt and find. And you compare prices to something that's brand new to what they had there and see if you're actually getting a better deal. To give you a good example, I picked up a copy of Call of Duty World War II for the PlayStation 4, brand new, never opened, at a thrift store up in Harrisburg, which is pretty cool. It was on sale for $24.99. Now, when you buy that brand new from GameStop, you're paying $59.99 for that. But it was on the day, Wednesday, 50% off, so I only paid like $12 to $14 for it, which is absolutely amazing. Quite a steal. So, again, thrift store shopping, if you're ever in the areas and you're near your areas, check out your thrift stores, check out when you have their sales, and make sure you get those good deals. Well, we are going to get into our first guest of the evening. Now, he runs his own YouTube channel. He has a Facebook page, and he is what I call Mr. Awesome. Steampunk to the max. He's into retro video games and everything vintage video gaming. We're going to bring up Mr. Crimson to talk about his YouTube show. So come on, Mr. Crimson. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, well, welcome. Welcome to the show. This is awesome. So we have some fun stuff. So, I like your outfit. First, tell me all about your lovely outfit.
Well, my outfit here is done up to look like a different kind of fandoms. I focused on the brown and the bronze being my main focus.
Yeah.
My pins here come from different things. I try to find ones that look like they're made of metal.
Well, that's cool.
This one's from Westworld. I haven't watched the show, but that's what I was told it comes from. Since my character is robotic, so it's the robot. On this side, we have the Power Rangers, because it's a big robot.
Yep.
Just a robot that I found.
That's awesome.
And of course,
Live Long and Prosper.
Live Long and Prosper.
Which I can't do with my fingers. My fingers are not... I got to do it like... yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm guessing steampunk and...
Steampunk and any kind of fandom I have. I am wearing my Pride of Slytherin here for my school.
I'm sorry, I'm a Hugglepuff.
You shouldn't say sorry to me about that.
I mean, I do like Draco Malfoy, but I'm a Hugglepuff. I'm sorry.
I am wearing my Black Lantern tie clip from the DC universe.
Yeah.
And my ring, though, once was the Flash, the lightning bolt fell off.
Ah.
So now it's just a red ring that I just like wearing with my...
That's pretty cool.
This little guy here was a gift. He was a little fox at one point.
Yeah.
But the fur, I guess the fur got removed, and the friend gave it to me for the metal.
Huh.
And I didn't really think it looked that bad, so I just put him on.
Well, he looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, I also like him. I like foxes. We had talked about the furry community, and my furry side would be a red fox.
Of course, and of course,
fox.
I'm a red panda. But people that can't see out there, that my statue's kind of empty because he's making. I got number 4 of Rocky coming, so my head's gone. And yeah, if you're not scared of mannequins, it's not going to be creepy. No, we're not going to go to an episode of what is it? We're not going to get to the episode of Doctor Who where the mannequins come and start chasing you down when you're not looking. Into the elevator, you go, no, that's not going to happen here.
That's the angels, right?
No,
look at them
that's the Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels, okay.
You look at the angels, they are a statue, you turn away, they get closer and closer, and then you turn to stone, and you're gone.
Yeah.
Now, the mannequins were the one before David Tennant, and they came alive, and they started chasing people into the elevator when you weren't looking, and that was the creepiest thing ever.
Markiplier's nightmare right there.
No, Markiplier's nightmare of playing Octodad.
Trying
to figure out how to work the controls. Like, what
so much rage. That and just toast.
Yeah.
I am bread.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I can't get my bread over the... Move! Damn it!
Why?
Why? And the control singer's expressions on his face. It's like, okay, I think this is what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to go in here? Yeah. I can't get to what the fuck? Yeah,
there ain't nothing worse than a game with bad controls.
Yeah, games with bad controls are horrible. But I do have some games up here. And speaking of bad games,
yes.
Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You can't get much worse than Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES. The concept of the game is good, but the way they built it was horrible.
Yeah.
You're Dr. Jekyll, and the whole idea of the game is to get to your wedding. But for some reason, everybody in this town and anything in it just doesn't want you there. And after they've drove you angry enough, you turn into Mr. Hyde, which... What happens is the game actually reverses.
Yeah.
And you're playing the same level as Hyde, but you're going across the screen the opposite way. And if Hyde gets where Jekyll died, the game is over because Hyde takes over permanently.
Oh, that's funny.
So, after that, I brought Doom for the 32X.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge Doom fan. I have beaten all the Dooms.
Yeah.
The new Doom took me a little while, but that game was more nostalgic than anything
Oh,
else.
yeah. Doom is always a classic. I mean, what was it? Doom and the original Wolfenstein. Same style of graphics. You know, people are like, oh, this is great.
And if you liked Wolfenstein, you can also play Noah's Ark
Yeah.
on the Super Nintendo, because it was the exact same game.
And it was made by a religious company, and it somehow snuck through Nintendo's little graspy little paws, and you're shooting at goats with a slingshot and rocks.
Yep.
And everyone's like, oh, you're killing goats. Nope, you're putting them to sleep.
Yep, they got little Z's above them.
Yeah.
But the maps and everything was the exact same thing as Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
They almost think that the company that made Wolfenstein gave them all that to use to put that out.
Yeah.
And the last one I brought was for the Sega Master System, which came out before the Sega Genesis, and it's Ghostbusters. I brought this one because not only do I do the steampunk stuff, I'm also the local Ghostbuster in Hanover.
That is cool, yeah.
So I have my Ghostbuster gear, my Proton Pack, and I've actually started painting it to be steampunk.
Very nice.
So, steampunk Ghostbusters. This game isn't too bad versus the Nintendo version. Even though this is on an older system, it looks better than the Nintendo version.
Yeah.
And it actually has the characters in it instead of just little white ghosts like the Nintendo version.
Oh, that is cool, yeah.
Yes.
But definitely, I mean, I'm into retro games. Retro games are cool, but I do have my Nintendo Switch. Like you saw in the last episode, Nintendo Switch is awesome, but I do have this, and I've had it for a while. You know, I feel bad. I sold my 3DS XL, new 3DS XL, just to get that, but I needed the money. And I was like, they gave me a good trade-in value, so.
Yeah, the 3DX, the Game Boy, I still call them Game Boy. I know they're not called Game Boys anymore, but I have one of those. I don't have the XL, but I have the regular one. I own it just to play on the Virtual Con and download all the games that were on my Nintendo anyways. Yep. My Castlevanias, the original Mario.
Yep.
Mostly just for the convenience of carrying it with me.
Yeah. That's what most people do because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But now I carry this with me in my pocket where I used to, and I'm like, what's the point of owning one when you... it's like, oh, I'm just going to stick with one, which is what it... But, hey, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. But speaking of getting away from video games, here you have your own channel now. So tell me about this, because it's like, was it Crimson?
It's Clockwork Crimson.
That's it.
The name comes from the fact that the persona that I take on, which I'm dressed up as, he's built up of old video game parts.
Oh, that's cool.
He was made to play video games.
Uh-huh.
He was built to sit and play and defeat these older games. The problem is his hardware. When you build stuff out of old things like Ataris and Nintendos, the hardware doesn't last long. And he's starting to break down, so he's having a hard time defeating the games now, and it frustrates him. He has a partner. Right now, story-wise, for the skits and stuff, we haven't introduced her, but my wife plays as well, and she's my wind-up wife. And we're going to be doing a skit to how he ended up finding her, or building her.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that if you stay tuned to the show. I also have, that's on my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. There's not much on there now. You can look up Clockwork Crimson on there. Right now I'm still figuring out the videos and how to film and stuff like that, setting the stage up.
Yep.
But go ahead and hit that subscribe buttons, and as soon as we get those out, you'll see them. The second channel I have isn't really a channel, it's on Facebook. Once again, it's Clockwork Games, or Clockwork Crimson Games, and I play live feeds on there of classic games.
Uh-huh.
I'm not really in my persona there, but I still introduce myself as Clockwork Crimson, and we have been playing, we just finished Mario 1. And we did DuckTales.
That's a classic.
Star Tropics.
Yep.
And on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending on work schedules, my wife plays Dragon Age Origins. And right now what she's doing is she's allowing the audience to make her big decisions. Because she's already beaten it a couple of times. what she's trying to do is like polls, like if the next decision is to join this army or that army, instead of her picking it, she puts a poll up, and then whatever the audience wants.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't played.
I do unboxings as well. I just got my first sponsorship with.
Yep, that's what I heard. So congratulations on that. That is amazing. First sponsorship.
I got that on Retro Treasure Gaming.
Now, what is Retro Treasure Gaming? Because I know they will probably want, what people out there that want to know what Retro Treasure Gaming. If you want to get something from them, definitely check them out. But
we can put the sponsor or their website down.
We're gonna do everything retro, but
Retro Treasure, Retro Game Treasure is a wonderful little website I found. What they do is they build a custom box or two to your house once a month, and it is filled with classic games of the systems you have picked and the game genres that you have picked. For me, I collect everything pre-PlayStation. I don't really like disc games, so everything that's sent to me is pre-PlayStation. The only discs I get are the Sega CD. Only because that was right when it started, so some of my Sega games might require the disc.
Got it.
You could put in, so I put in all the systems before that, except for Atari, because Atari games, there's just too many of them. I don't want a whole box of Atari games. I like yard sailing for them anyways.
Yeah.
So every month I get a box or two. They'll look like little treasure chests, treasure chests like you would find in old RPG games. And never know what's going to be in it. Last month I was very surprised. They sent me 7 or 8 games. And one of the games was The Legend of Zelda Part 2.
Ooh, yeah.
I spend for the shipping and handling, because I always tell people how much it is with shipping and handling, so you're not surprised. It's about $40 a month.
That is not bad.
Well, the Legend of Zelda game, the cart by itself is $25 on its own, so I already made half my money there. When we calculated what I had got $80 worth of games if I had bought it at the store.
Okay.
So I made my money back plus doubled it.
Yeah.
So, and if you want to see what I got out of those boxes, it's on. That one is on my
Facebook.
Facebook one.
Yes, I think I saw it the other day. And that's it's a pretty awesome. Now, who is the person in the video with you there? Because I know you have a little sidekick you work around with. Video. You work to the video game store.
Right. We have a local game store in Hanover called Vault Video Games. And Vault Video Games is a great place to find those classic games you're looking for.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah, you have to check it out. They have a York location they just opened up as well. I haven't been up to that one yet.
I usually go to Press Start Games.
Press Start. That's no longer there.
Really?
Yeah, that's why,
Wow.
Yeah, they haven't been there in probably about almost a year now.
It's
been a while since you went game shopping.
Yeah, that's sad. I usually went there on Black Friday when there was all the sales. I was like, oh, you have all these. I'm going to buy this, and I bought everything. But now it's no longer there. That's depressing.
Yeah, it's depressing, but I'm going to tell you, the problem with Press Start Games was they never got new inventory.
Yeah, that is right.
It was always the same games there every time I walked in, and with the Vault Video Games here underneath the arcade, Timeline Arcade.
Oh, underneath there. Okay.
Underneath there. Which makes a great combo. So you have the video games underneath, and then you could go play a lot of those that were in the arcade right upstairs. And it's like $10 an hour or $25 for the whole day.
And for the people that have not been to the arcade in Hanover, the way it works is they give you a little card. It's unlimited play. You can play as much as you want for a certain amount of just play a certain amount. If you don't want to play any of those lovely cool arcade games, such as their original Simpsons arcade game, which is one of my favorites, they do have a little lounge. You can sit there. You can play your Xbox and put some games in with the television. It's pretty cool. And also, not the little plug out for the owner, but if you listen to Catch 22 back in the 2000s, he played the trumpet for that ska band.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And but the Vault Video Games, there's one of the co-workers there. His name's James.
Yep.
He's co-working with me as my sidekick on when I open up these little boxes. Since he works right there at the video game store, he can tell me whether I got my value or not. I have yet to get anything that's least my value or a little more.
Okay.
The first box I got, I don't have that one recorded because I wasn't doing it at that time.
Yeah.
I got the original Super Mario Brothers 3 still in the box with the instructions. That's a complete box. And
That's amazing.
That's right now going for $45.
Yeah, that's...
And it's going up. Every month it's been going up $2 to $3. And then I got 2 other games with that.
Yeah.
So the other one was a Famicom game called Super Dante's RPG Maker.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first RPG maker ever made for systems. So, and then the other one was an Atari game, because I had clicked Atari at first, but then I realized that most Atari games just aren't worth being sent to me.
Yeah.
My other systems are a little more important than my Atari. But for $40 a month, give or take, I think it's a good value. They take it usually out on about the first or the second. If it's not in there, they'll try for about a week, and then you can always just hit payment later.
Definitely.
Or if you're just having a bad month, they're really nice. You can just hit a button that says, "I just don't want it this month, but continue afterwards."
All right.
I get almost every system pre-PlayStation. And the only genre I have clicked or don't have clicked is sports. I don't play sports games. So unfortunately,
well, you see, that's one thing I see at all. There's a vintage game store in Hagerstown I go to, and then the first thing you see on the bottom shelf for anything is, Madden. Madden.
That's another reason I don't take them, because I know I can pick them up cheap.
You can pick them up cheap. Exactly. Well, except for that cross-country game, Field and Track for the original NES now.
Yeah,
you find that, expect to pay out of pocket.
There's also a Madden on the Sega Genesis that only came out for rental.
Yep.
For Blockbuster, and the Vault Video Games actually has it, but I'm not spending $100 and some for a Madden football game on the Sega Genesis.
That's
not
crazy.
Unless it's the last game I need in the collection to finish it off.
Yeah.
And that's what's best about the retro game treasure. I tell everybody, don't take it if you're trying to get the last 3 games of a thing. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get Earthbound. In one of these, it's just not going to happen. Earthbound's like $100 and some without the box.
Yeah,
that's not what these guys are for. These guys are for if you only have 3 games on your Super Nintendo and want to start collecting. And what I do is to supplement that is I go to the vault, and games I don't want them to really. I don't always want to open something up and say, "Oh, look, I got blank."
Yeah.
I'll buy blank at the vault for $5. Mm-hmm. And then what I can do is go on the retro game website, log into my account, and check off that game so they don't send it to me. So I get no doubles.
That's good.
Yes, you could put your whole inventory on there and don't have to worry about getting doubles.
That is fantastic.
Yes.
Now, speaking of retro games, for people out there that are trying to collect retro games in particular, people that are just starting, I mean, what would be a good starting point? What would you recommend to them? Because you're mentioning these boxes, you're mentioning going to stores, and you're mentioning everything's going to be costing a lot of money, but they have to start somewhere. What would be a good starting point for them?
A good starting point would be your local thrift stores. I started collecting, and I found an Atari and one for like $30.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Right now, I'll be honest, right now is not the best time to collect video games. It is almost at its peak, and I have never seen prices that are exaggerated. Places like the Vault are really good because they try to keep the prices lower.
Yeah.
So for me, I like quantity over quality.
Got it.
I would prefer to buy 4 games for $5 each and spend $20, than buy one $20 game.
Yeah.
Some people are the other way around. They want the most expensive games right away, and then they'll get the cheapies. Either way, any way you want to collect them is fine. Just realize at this point, they're going to be a little bit more expensive than most things. Yeah. Especially if you're going to be one of the people that wants them fresh in the box. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that's fresh in the box. It hasn't been opened other to check that the game was in there. The game hasn't even been played. $20.
That's not bad.
No, but that is a really bad game. Doom on the 32X, $20 in the box, like it is. Now that box is a little beat up, and I don't think the instructions are in it. Most of the games I have in my boxes are about 20. I set myself at a limit, and that's what, if you're going to collect, that's the best thing you can do. Say, I will not buy a game over an X amount and stick to it. So whether you're buying the expensive games or the cheap ones, as long as you're not going over your limit, because you want to collect them for fun.
Yes.
If you're going to collect them to say, I have them all, go to eBay, find somebody that's selling the whole collection for $2,000, click on it, buy it, and you're done.
Yeah.
If that's really what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Me, I like bargain shopping. I refuse to buy games off of eBay, Amazon, or any of that because it's too easy. Mm-hmm. It's too easy. I like the bargain. I like going up to the flea markets, which right now aren't the best because the rage of collecting them has gone so high that people are just checking how much they are on eBay and sticking that price on it.
It's called supply and demand, people. You want to check your multiple sources before you actually go out and say, I'm going to pay $100 for this game when it's actually worth maybe $50, $60. Make sure you check.
The flea markets can really screw you over if you don't. Double check. Take out that phone. There's a good website. I can even tell you what it is off of my phone because I use it for my game pricing.
Yeah.
Video game prices. GameValueNow.com. GameValueNow.com will allow you to put a collection tracker on there, and you can put all your games that you have in there, and it'll tell you the value of the game. And every month they rechange the prices, and it tells you whether your collection is going up or down.
That's cool.
By a percentage. I found that. Actually, James found this and gave me it, and it works great. There's only been 2 or 3 systems they don't have in there. They don't have. They didn't have the 32X, and they didn't have the Sega CD. The reason they probably don't have the 32X is the same reason Game Treasure doesn't have them. There's only 36 of them of the whole collection. So if you get all 36 of them, and Doom was one of the cheapest ones, and that was $20.
Wow. Okay.
Well, there's only 36 games. You know, you're not going. You know, with the Nintendos, there's 380 of them. With Super Nintendo, you're up to 400 and some. The Sega has almost 800. You know, so you're gonna find cheaper games because they mass made. Another way around it, you like Nintendo, unless you're really big in the RPGs, you could also collect Famicom games. Famicom made like 5 times as many games of each title than an NES. So they're about dirt cheap.
Yes.
So I have a small collection of them. They are also in my retro game. They have those to be sent. I got the Super Famicom. I haven't yet gotten any. But this month I was sent from Megabuck, who runs the system. He said that he got a fresh, whole big fresh thing of them, and he got some Dragon Ball Famicom games that didn't come out over here.
Oh, yeah.
So I put in that I was interested, so...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Buck was kind of giving me a hint what's in next month.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Well, this is glass, but knock on some... Wait, there we go. That's wood. All right. Now, I do see you have some things there at the end of the couch. What?
Yes.
Well, let's... that looks like that mask reminds me of a mask that they would wear to get rid of the Plague Doctor mask.
Plague Doctor mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a Plague Doctor mask. Another thing that I do for fun is I like to repaint Nerf guns or things that I find like this. When I first bought it, it was, see this color here?
Yeah.
The whole thing was that color.
Oh, wow.
Everything was this god-awful, scratchy-looking gold.
Yeah.
So anything that's not that color, I repaint it.
Huh.
I like to redo these because I also do a lot of steampunk stuff.
Yeah.
And I also like to paint. I used to paint a lot of models. Not cars, but like Warhammer and stuff like that. A lot of detail painting. And I don't play that anymore, so I don't paint the models, but I still get the itch to want to paint something. So I decided to start buying odds and ends. I found this. The original was from... the Halloween store.
Oh, yeah.
And I just didn't... The paint job was horrible on it. So I decided to upgrade it. And as I said, I also do Nerf guns. This one is the Jolt Nerf gun. I got it at Walmart for a couple bucks. It was whatever color it started out as. I spray it, I paint it, I add details. This one's a little too small for me to add too many details. And then and then if somebody's interested in buying them, I sell them. If not, they get hung up on my armory.
Well, that's cool.
So if you're into steampunk and looking for such things, feel free to contact me on Facebook as well through the Crimson.
Awesome.
Crimson.
Well, I was glad to have you on the show. We talked a lot about stuff, but we're gonna stick around here because we're gonna get you away from retro video games. We're gonna play something a little bit modern, and we're hoping that we'll see who can be the best at this. But for everyone else there, I went to Dave and Jane's Crab House yesterday, so definitely Dave and Jane's was fantastic food. While we set this little retro thing up, get everything to go, definitely check out this video, and we shall return. Hey there, this is Rocky Red Panda, your host of The Artist Show. I'm about to go out to Dave and Jane's Crab House. Now, I am not a fan of seafood. I'm more of a landlubber. Mateys. So maybe they'll have some landlubber food there. I haven't been there in years. I'm just waiting on my friend to let me know he's ready. And then I'll be heading out to pick him up. And then we're going out to Dave and Jane's Crab House. So we're going to have some fun. Check it. Folks, I'm at Dave and Jane's Crab House here between Fairfield and Emmitsburg, Maryland. Now, the food is fantastic. Everything on the menu is priced really good. I got the all-you-can-eat chicken, roasted chicken, which is not bad. Just add a little salt. And of course, some people got some crab legs, which are pretty good. Snow crab legs, most of them did. All-you-can-eat hush puppies. You have good seafood, crab, all you can eat. So definitely check out Dave and Jane's Crab House. I gotta have some chicken. Very yummy. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that lovely little video. It's probably making you hungry for a crab, but I had to land up. But yeah, but definitely Jack and Jane's pretty awesome place. But we got this little setup. So he's old school, so I went old school. We got yourself here Mario Kart, and we're gonna do a head-on-head here, see who can beast us. Now, when you play the original Mario Kart, there's actually really no bad or good character. They're all roughly the same.
All right, they don't have a weight difference like the old ones?
I don't know, do they?
Well, in the original ones, they had weight difference. If I would play Bowser, he would start slow, but he would catch up speed, and if he bumped you, he would just bump you right out of the way. But anytime he slowed down, it was hard to keep up with the speed.
Yeah.
I used to like playing with Wario, so I'm going to go with Wario again.
Well, I'm going to go with...
I'm not sure the button.
This one. That button right there.
Okay, the X. Okay.
Yeah, I think. So I'm going to go with my favorite, which I've always played, was Yoshi!
Yoshi!
I'm going to stick with the classic Yoshi. Only because now we get to click on the accessories.
Ooh.
Now, each one will... I guess makes the car a little bit different, but
it's all the same speed.
No way. Oh, look at that. I can drive a Mercedes-Benz.
Does Wario have his pimp mobile?
You can drive...
That's interesting. He used to have a pimp mobile that
Oh,
there it is. There's his Pimp-mobile.
And look at that. You can get the matching to go with it.
Oh, wow. All right, we'll go with the Pimp-mobile here. We gotta give it some good pimp. There we go.
Oh, Yoshi has a car.
Tiny rims.
Yeah, Yoshi has a car. Okay. Well,
I'll go with the red crimson looking ones. And
well, actually, no, that is the villager.
Well, I'll get the Wario.
It has an egg on it, but then when you look on the back, you see the little leaf. That's the villager. I was like, I got all excited. Oh, that's why it's your egg. Okay. No, you know what? Yoshi's gonna drive fancy. Yoshi's gonna be driving the fancy car. Not that it's gonna make any difference. We'll give him some clouds. All right.
All right, here we go. Oh, I'm player 1, so
you get to choose. You're the guest.
We'll stick to the hundreds. No teams, normal items, normal computer.
All right.
All vehicles. Four races. Okay.
Okay, let's get going.
Now, my hardware isn't built for these newer games, but at least it's going to be like a class. We need Bowser's Castle. That's that. One of my favorite stages always.
Bowser's Castle it is.
Okay, what's the go?
It's, think of it like the original. I think it's one of these buttons. We'll figure this out because
there's so many little buttons on this. It's about almost a little big.
I wish I had.
Look at that! Isn't that gorgeous? This is where the graphics come in. My Mario Kart's course flat.
Well, that was the original, and we remember the flat, where you could go around the track and you catch up with the back end of player number 12, 11, and 10.
Yeah.
And you just
Okay, let's go.
Yep. That's so. All right. Well, Yoshi's already off to a bad start. Sort of.
Now, see, I was a Mario Kart champ there for a while, so let's see if my skills still stay strong. Now, I know in these newer ones, the coins is what your speed goes to. Oh!
Oh, dang.
You bumped into
We're not doing well. You know. Gah.
Alright, so... Okay, that's my slide. Ooh, fireball. That's alright. That's what the mushrooms are for. Ooh, red shell.
There we go.
There we are.
I think I surpassed you. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you're in second. I'm in fifth, so you definitely passed. Oh, hang glide time. Oh!
Well, that got both of us.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It looked like I was carrying a bomb, but... Yoshi!
You take the high road,
now take the low road, and I'll meet you in Dublin.
Well, I guess Mercedes-Benz was not a...
Oh, lasers. There we go. There's a green shell for you. Excuse me, Bowser. Oh! There we go. Aha, I stole your mushroom. Down we go. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this.
Oh, my favorite. Banana peels.
There you go. Mushroom coming, or black shell. Green shell coming backwards. Alright, Bowser. Undead Bowser. Hey, I got you a trophy, Anti-Wolf.
Huh.
I know you got trophies on this.
I guess we do.
There we go. Yeah, I'm remembering. It's basically the same concept. Better graphics, of course.
Well, the chipset they use in here is basically a chipset you would find in a tablet.
Yeah. I heard they taste awful.
Oh, well, you see, when I first got the system, the first thing I said was, the chips probably taste awful, and I've read reviews about it, and then you have this hankering feeling that you have to
try it.
And I did, and it's a bad taste. You can never get it out of your mouth. And what kind of feeling? But then you want other people to try it to experience the same thing.
Of course.
I mean, you just think of those raccoons in that commercial. That's like, it's like this garbage tastes like a mixture of chutney and cat and whatever it is. You should really try it. It's like, no, I'm okay. You really should.
Yeah.
It won't go up your mouth. It tastes like cat litter.
That's the old. I always said that's the old thing people do. If it tastes horrible or smells horrible, you want to share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And if it tastes good, you're just going to say, "Hey, that tastes pretty good," and then you're going to forget about it. You don't want nobody to know. It's like a dirty little secret. It's like, "Oh, this tasted great." Don't tell anybody.
Exactly. It's like, I don't like your cookies, but I'm not going to tell you that. Oh, well, at least I got a second and you got third.
Yep, I got third.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That was only race 1.
Oh.
What else we got? This looks like Legend of Zelda stuff.
They had to do with the
Oh, there's a Wario.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll try that one out. This is neat. Now I'm getting kind of used to the buttons.
Now you're gonna have to talk to your friends and say, "Look,
Yeah.
just for Mario Kart and Mario in particular, and you know, just for small stuff, the retro stuff. Then you can compare retro gaming on a newer system compared to the older systems. Yeah, like the Wii and all that. And again, this Mercedes is crazy.
Here we go. All right. Excuse me.
Well, that's what it is. It's has the motion too. So if you've left or right, it does it. That's why.
There you have a banana peel.
Have a red shell.
Ooh. See, I don't move my hands when I play, so I don't have to worry about that trying to mess me up. Oh, a little baddie in here.
I had the wheels I got for this, but it's like, you know, nah.
Oh, the wheels was never. I never liked the wheels, even in the.
Well, I just got it because it was a novelty thing, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try the wheels. I don't use the wheels.
First place means banana peels for everyone, because they ain't gonna give me nothing but banana peels and.
Oh well.
Stuff like that. Oh, trying to ink out my sight.
Well, it's worked for me, so.
I notice I haven't seen the purple shell. Did they get rid of that?
No.
It always goes after the first player.
Nope, it's in here.
And the lightning.
There you go. There's a blue. There's a blue shell.
Oh, here it comes. Yep. Bye bye. Wah. Oh, I see you. See, with Wario, there's the lightning.
Damn.
Speak of the devil, and it shall appear.
Yeah, that lightning is just crazy now.
They added that concept into the the first Super Nintendo one, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Bullet bill. Whoa. The thing with Wario here, I noticed, they do have their weight differences. Because if I bump somebody with Wario, it really pushes them, just like Bowser. That was something. Oh, it looked like you got hit by that cart.
Oh, I found a secret little tunnel here.
Oh, somebody dropped a bunch of.
Oh no.
Excuse me. What the hell is this horn looking like? Whoa!
Yeah, that's what it does. When you're around people, it does that. And someone inked me. That's okay. Not like being inked to death.
Inky, Blinky, Clyde. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here you go.
Yeah, no.
Didn't mean to slip you up, but I had to heal.
Mine, Bowser. Never mind. I just. Oh, there goes the blue shell.
Oh. Shell shocked.
Okie dokie.
Here we go.
Mamma mia.
Wow, 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 wow.
Luigi.
I'm number 1.
Back to the game.
Oh, I got third again. Wow, it was close. That blue shell really messed me up.
Yeah.
But we're
getting there.
Yeah. Oh, gotta get used to the buttons.
And of course we have to do they do have a Nintendo 64 track in here.
Oh, do they? Which one's that?
One of those. One of those. Let me see at the top. It's the. Well, they do it at the Mario Circuit.
Kart, yeah.
Mario Kart Stadium. Maybe it's over here. I'll tell you if I can see it.
Excite Bike.
Yep.
Bike. That's interesting.
You have Baby Park. You have Animal Crossing. Maybe it's down below. Yeah, these are the old ones. You do at the Super Bell Subway, Ribbon Road,
Hyrule Circuit.
There's Rainbow Road. We'll do that last. Yeah. DC Jungle, Dry Desert, which is good. There we go. You have Moo Moo Metals. You have Mario Circuit. There we go. Toad Turnpike.
Oh, with the buses that would come out.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that one. That one was a nightmare of a stage.
Yeah, but for the first time, you're driving go-karts down with all of these cars and the turnpike. So it was awesome at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Mario Kart and Road Rash were my two favorite. Oh, they have ones you can jump off of driving around. Road Rash was another one I really liked on the Sega.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Oh, that's right. The blocks move around. They're almost dangerous to get if you're not careful.
Galaxy Air.
Oh, I almost hit that ramp. I felt like a Duke boy. Yeehaw! No. I heard him. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. How do you get... Oh.
Yep. It goes sideways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this feels like more of the classic. That might be why I'm doing a little better. Because it's just what I do, man. It's just what I do.
You're with the classics.
Oh, I can't get up on there now on the ramp. F-Zero was another good racing game in the old classic.
Yeah, I loved F-Zero.
How do you get rid of red shells on the stage? Get behind a truck. It'll actually brake on the truck.
Of course.
So as soon as you see that little sign there that says it's coming, just get real quick, get right in front of one of these vehicles, and you don't have to worry about it. Stick nice and close to them. I couldn't get to the DK truck.
Or also, if you keep holding that button down, it's good for protection from anything else that comes flying at you.
Coming for you.
Especially like that.
Boomerang. That's a new one. I do like how they give you 2 item slots now. That's interesting. Oh, the boomerang one you get back.
Yes, you do.
Nope. Keep your firepower to yourself, please. Oh!
Damn! I wonder. Well, let's check. Let's check the map. See who did it. I don't know.
Well, whoever was probably last. That's usually
Wendy.
All right. All right. We'll do Star Road, and that'll be the.
That'll be the
last one.
The cream of the crop. Yep.
Yeah, that felt more like a classic game, so I did a lot better on that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so there's Rainbow Road. I thought I saw another one, maybe not. And 64. Okay, so this is the 64.
Yep. And then you have the more modern one up top.
64 was the one where wasn't that Double Dash? I believe that was Double Dash.
No. 64 was not. Double Dash came out on the one system I didn't get, which was the GameCube.
Was that the GameCube? Okay.
Yeah, I saw Double Dash. I was like, no, I can't deal this. I really couldn't deal with Double Dash for some odd reason. It just didn't appeal to me.
wonder if this has the, if you do it at the right time, you get, excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, they have things, okay, this is different. It's kind of cool. Or maybe it's the same. No, this has to be different because you couldn't do this and that. Oh, nice shot. Wow, there's a lot of them. Oh, I got hit again. Oh, not looking good.
Up and there's the giant.
Though it feels like they don't move as fast. Like, it doesn't look like you're really speeding. Yeah, there's the... Alright, so yeah, there's the chumps that would come down. I remember this stage now. Hey, look, I got a Star Man on Star Road. I guess I'm an all-star. Get your game on.
All-Star Mario.
More chumps floating in space, apparently.
Damn. Help. Red shells do you in every time.
Pasta power, man. Oh, there's the fireworks you used to see in the old one, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Micro power. Micro machines. They're always on my mind. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, looks like you hit me and I slipped you up. Oh, Princess about knocked you off, too.
That's Baby Princess.
Yeah.
Baby Peach, I should say.
Baby Peach. Princess Peach, yeah. Because now there's a couple princesses.
Now, this is what I love about this show. I can say we're not at ABC and all the prime times. Now, if you were in Japan, Baby Peach would be considered Lolita. Hello, now.
Lolita.
Yeah.
Well, you got me. I came in 5th on this one. Okay, so... The game looks better. I'll give it that. But I'm going to say it doesn't feel as fun as the old ones.
Yeah.
Something doesn't feel right. It feels like you move a lot slower. Like the carts don't seem to go. I know we were doing the 100, and I know the 150 will feel a little faster.
Yeah.
But even for the 100, it felt like I wasn't. It felt like I was just kind of dragging along.
Yeah.
The courses look beautiful, but it feels like they didn't add much to it.
No, but you have to admit the graphics, on the other hand, I mean...
The graphics look great. I would give the graphics a 10 out of 10.
I mean, whoever did this wonderful port over... I played this when it was on the Wii U. I used to have a Wii U, but, you know, just like anything, I got bored and tired of it. And then when this came out, I said, you know what, this is fantastic. This is great, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great Mario Kart. It goes well with the Mario Kart genre.
Yeah.
But on a rating of 1 to 10 of Mario Karts, I don't feel like it's pressing its potential.
Nope.
The go-karts need to be able to move a lot faster than that, and the stages need more to it. The beauty of it is in the stages. There's a lot of detail in the stages, but there was no... we had what? On that whole stage, we had some bouncing chomps.
Yep.
That wasn't very threatening. They moved so slow, and you moved kind of slow. You just gently list to the left.
Yeah.
And you're good. Where in the old one, you had those things chomping down the road, and you could barely get away from them before one would smack you and knock you off.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like they made it prettier, but they made the challenge a lot less. Almost catering to players that maybe never played before.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't out of 10. I give it about a 6. I've played better Mario Karts. The Double Dash, you said you didn't play that one. The Double Dash honestly was a great Mario Kart. It was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
The graphics were cool. They introduced the chomp chain as a
Definitely.
weapon. And it was fast.
Yeah.
So this one, it feels like it tried to hash together the old classic ones, made them pretty, but didn't actually do anything with them.
Definitely. Well, it was fun. I mean, I think we We got bested out by the computers. But before you go, I got this for free. I got this as a thing, but I'm going to pass it on to you. This is a little free giveaway that GameStop gave me, Shadows of War, Mordor. And you open it up. It actually is one of the weapons, but it's a bottle opener.
Oh, you know what? This. Have you played the game?
Yes, I have. My friend, not to say...
don't spoil any. I won't spoil anything.
Well, my friend, he's also on the show. I'm going to be talking to him about this a little bit later. He paid over $300 for the deluxe edition of this game. $300 for the deluxe edition.
That's gorgeous. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, it's been fun on your show, and I hope to come back again. Maybe we can do some game tournaments.
We'll definitely figure something out.
And I hope to see you guys on the Crimson website. And as I always say at the end of my shows, remember, play for fun, not for graphics.
Definitely, and you're going to see all the links and everything, actually right now, here, at the end, in the comments, everywhere you're going to see the links. But for now, we're going to take a little short break, and so we'll be back here in a few.
Join us next week for Pony and FIFA World Cup and Artist of the Week, Ben Wolf.
Lessons learned from the Artist Show. And welcome back. So, I should say, what we learned today on this week's episode. Mind us to get a little comfortable here. Or maybe you like to call this uncomfortable. Insert swing music here. Da, 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 da. No, but seriously, what we learned on today's show? Well, we learned you should never, ever, why would anyone do this? Drink placenta shakes and turn your placenta into shakes or pills and share it with your family. That is never okay. We're learning the ins and outs of fancy thrift store shopping, so you can go shop your heart out to your heart's galore. We've learned how to go vintage game shopping, what you look for, noting that the market is at its peak right now, so it's not a good time to start your vintage gaming. We learned that I cannot play. There goes Andy. And he broke another leg. Oh well, he had his 15 minutes of fame. Can't play Mario Kart using one of these mini controllers because, boy, is this hard. And we also learned from our guest speaker, which is Clockwork Crimson, Mr. Crimson himself, that being a video game nerd is quite okay. Vintage gaming is fun, and it's okay to be into what do we call steampunk, because steampunk is cool and awesome. But let's cut to the chase here. I love steampunk. I love video gamings, but it's a thing called addiction. You can be addicted to it, so don't be one of those people and be addicted to video gaming. But for everyone else, enjoy it to your heart's content. Now, here's where I'm going to do a few little final plugs. Now, as you saw in the show, we had Niko Larkin, our Artist of the Week. Again, make sure you check his page, like his stuff at his Facebook, not Facebook, FA page, and definitely check him out. Maybe you can get a commission yourself from Mr. Niko Larkin. And for Clockwork Crimson, make sure you watch their show weekly. They have a few episodes. Check their Facebook page. I know Crimson's wife, they do a Dragon Age live feed on their Facebook page, which is pretty cool. He does an unboxing once a week, which reminds me, the lovely box he was talking about, make sure you enter his code, which I'll be marking down below. It saves you $2 off if you decide to get the retro video game box sent to your house with all the fun goodies of retro video games, new and old. And we also talked about, well, just about everything under the sun, including hashtag Nevermore. And if you're out there, hashtag Nevermore, remember, you have the right to vote them out. And don't forget, don't be part of the delete Facebook. Don't be part of the problem. If you love Facebook, stick to it, stay with it. As always, folks, it's been fun. Thank you, and I will catch you on the flip side. Till next time.